Hello friends, welcome to the new video of Node.js. So today we are going to learn about the Node.js Rest API examples with Express, Sequelize and MySQL. So this is the motive that we are going to use it. So we are going to connect it with the MySQL, PHP okay, and how we are going to insert the data with the help of the REST APIs. So let's have a look on that. So first of all, we have a server.js where we have used the Express cores, okay, and we have bypassed this option, okay, with this route and models we have used, and you can see that. And route, if I'm going to simple route, then we are going to get this option that is welcome to the Node.js application. By default with this route, if we are getting this route, we are going to just console this one response.json. Then we have a routes tutorial routes, okay, and server is running on this one. Okay, so let's go by step. So we have an app, we have a config, then this is the configuration file that you need to create, module.exports, okay. And where we have to use this, we have already used this here, like where the db dot, no, there is a sync message, right? So we have a controllers models. So this is controllers where all the data for adding the data and getting the data, all of this, these are we're going to use it. Models for creating the data. So here we have Sequelize using, and which model we have, tutorial model, that we have a title, description and published. Then we have a routes. So these are all the routes that we are going to use in our project. Okay, so basically these are the things that routes. Then we have a controllers, then we have a configuration file, okay, so that it will be going to be that database is synced on that. Okay, so you can see that they have require.app.models. I think there is a connectivity over here, that is db.host, db.dialog. So whatever we have a configuration file here, so we are putting all the data and try to connect with that. Then we are going to use a Sequelize, then we are requiring our model to create it and show it. This is basically for creating the db model.js. So whatever the model.js have, whatever it contains, so it will going to create that one, title, description and the published. Okay, so let's start with the routes. So what are the routes we have the routes like this one, by the post dot create. So we need to create a new tutorial, retrieve, you need to get for published, retrieve all published tutorials, get single id, update that, delete that and delete all tutorials. So these are the routes that we have already defined, and here we have already define our routes. Okay, so these routes are already defined here. Okay, so whatever data is like you can say create is there. So first one is create, so it go to the create options. Okay, so we have to make title, description and published. Okay, true or false we need to send, otherwise then we will create the data. Okay, so let's have a look on that, how we are going to use it. So let's go to the Postman, and we have to go with this one. So what are the URL that we have? So currently the port is 8080. So I'm going to copy this and go to my Postman, enter this. Okay, what is the route of it? And we will check the route, slash is there, and this is API tutorials. Okay, so don't forget the router is app.use. This one API tutorials slash. Then we are going to use the post. We need to use this one, body, get go to the post, body, raw, JSON. So here I'm going to add the, what are the fields that we have create. We have the title, we have description, title, test. Then we are going to add with description. Okay, so anything you can add the description, then published. And I'm going to add published over here, published, true. Okay, so let's send it. can see that data is inserted. Let's go to the Sequelize here, database, browse. One data is added, right? So this is the that we have already successfully create that data. Okay, so you can see that the create what we have done. If the title is not there, then we can say that content cannot be empty. Okay, then we have defined the constant where we are getting the data, title, description, published. Then we have tutorial dot create tutorial, then pass the data, then response dot send the data. Whatever data it's going to insert it, we are going to get the data. That is already we have done this, right? So this part is done. Okay, next we have retrieve all the tutorials with get request. So you can see that whenever it put the, let's add two more tutorials over here, two three more, so we'll get to know about the test 2. Okay, add on this test 3 description. Okay, and then it's one to be like one on published fourth, that should be false, and make it. Now we are going to get all the tutorials, so let's get this tutorials. So you can see that we have a list of all the tutorials that we have added, right? So going to the next, we have this part done, this part done, published. So if you go and check, this is published, find all published. So where there is only one check, that is find all with the published to be true. So getting all the published tutorials, you need to pass just published. So to get all the published tutorials, because it's three, one of the tutorial is not the published one. So it's four data, but three are showing because we are showing one of the tutorial is false, right? So it's not showing. Moving to the next part, that is published is there, then you're going to get a single one, then we have to pass the id only. So I'm going to pass with the only /1, so I'm going to get only one tutorial. Okay, and then update a tutorial with the same, so I need to update this one, so I need to get this body parameters, so make it put to update. Okay, so to update I need to put, so whatever, so they see, then we have tutorial was updated or not. So we have updated the tutorial where id is equal to this one. Okay, and then tutorial was updated. If whatever the data is have, if it is equal to 1, then we are going to send tutorial is updated. So I'm going to make sure that test should be replaced by my this title. Okay, this is hh, so I'm going to make it bb. Okay, and this to be true. So I'm going to update with this tutorial. Let's send with id 1, send tutorial was updated. And if you go with the id this one, I'm going to refresh this, you can see that the tutorial is updated. Okay, now moving to the next part, this is done we have. And what we have to delete with the id, just put the delete one and the id. I'm going to delete the first row, so just you need to put the delete here and put this tutorial one, and see, tutorial was deleted and the first tutorial is deleted. Okay, and you want to delete all, there is the option that delete all, so then you need to pass delete with the route slash. Okay, so I'm going to this slash. Okay, and make it delete, and delete all the records. Tutorial is deleted successfully, no data is there, right? So this is the full-fledged CRUD operations. You can see that the help of the REST APIs that we have done. Okay, so to, routes controller, which we have already discussed, right? And then we have a configuration file, then we have a models. Okay, this is a tutorial model, and this index.js for the configuration file and loading all the data. So whatever data we have a model, then you need to pass it over here. Okay, so yeah, that's it for now. I hope you understand what we have done. So any query, any issue in that, just let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.